Good morning, interwebs. It's 2:41 and it is Monday, and I decided I'm filming today because I've decided I'm filming today. So the office is quite the mess right now. Have a button to sew onto this. I have stuff out from last night because I started this cross stitch endeavor, which I'm making up to go in this adorable frame I bought last night at Walmart. So I bought a bunch of frames last night at Walmart to frame things for fair projects of mine, and I couldn't decide at the store what I wanted for sure, like what was going to match. So I bought a number of frames, brought them home, tried them out, and so here we have this one. You may remember the Live Simply mushrooms that I finished in August, according to the bottom. So they're here, and I said, you know, if we ever don't like it anymore, we can just close the doors. See, there you go. And then here is the mason jar that I started last year on the train during the summer. I went to my daughter out to California, and I worked on it on and off, and anyways, I finished it this winter. So there's Our Home is Filled with Love, and it's in just this gray frame. And here's some other frames that I got. Where are these frames and things sitting? Well, here, let me back up. They're sitting on our new built-in entertainment center. So there will be a TV hanging there, a flat screen that will plug into that. And then all of these wonderful cabinets are for homeschool stuff and games and craft supplies and all the things. So that is really exciting. And I think basically the last of things to get set up, shelves for over here are all outside drying so that the bookcasey thing we have can finish going up. And then also on the home front, Steve hung my shelves today in here. So now my printer's no longer on my table. I still, like I said, need to clean these up. And then the cool thing is we got this here, which is a machine screw that fits in the bottom of my camera, like the same way that a tripod does. So I should be able to do some tutorial filming of things in a better, easier, more comfortable way for me that doesn't hurt my back, because every other way I've tried filming tutorial things ends up hurting my back, and so I can't film them. But I would like to film them, so trying to find ways to make that happen and still remain in good physical condition. Okay, today Steve has another soccer game at like 6:15. He said we didn't need to go, but I think we're gonna go because the kids have been working hard to get their fair stuff. Like the ends all tied up on it, that way they could go. So I figure, you know, we probably should. And we also need to go by Home Depot and return the leftover flooring and underlayment. We had a whole roll of underlayment we didn't need, so that's gonna be some money back. And I think we had 7 or 8 boxes of flooring. So that too is gonna add up to a savings. Yay, because, you know, we keep finding ways to spend the monies. And we need to just find the time to make the monies. So, well, all the monies are made for those things, but you know, for future monies. Okay, I need to go and gather my things so I'm ready for when it's time to go to soccer. And put away lunch stuff and maybe do some more dishes. I did dishes triage last night, I called it. So I took all of the dishes out of the sink and like piled them by type and severity of needing to soak and scrub and whatever, and then I cleaned things and I did a whole dishwasher full. Then left a bunch of stuff to soak in the sink overnight, and I get to wash them. Also, you may notice that there is now only the one couch and the white Loveseat is gone. Well, the Loveseat actually moved out here because it's gonna go bye-bye, because we found that there was something up with the bottom, like with the wheels. We hadn't noticed because it had been upstairs on carpet for literally years, but scratched my new floor. I was not happy, so I went to live outside. But last night I was doing something. What was I doing? Oh, I was telling Steve about my dishwashing triage, and he made a joke about the dishes burn unit. if you've seen the new Willy Wonka with Johnny Depp, and they go through and they see the doll burn unit, which exists because of his weird pyrotechnic show at the beginning. It's a strange, strange movie, but I do enjoy those parts. And we actually reference them a lot. But we're talking about the dishes burn unit, and I said, no, burning things in the house might hurt my floor, and no one hurts my new floor. Just ask the Loveseat that is now living outside on the lawn. So, yeah, things that hurt my floor no longer get to live in the house. So everyone better be nice to it, or they're getting the boot. Okay, gonna go clean and organize some things, because I think I have like an hour and a half before I have to be ready to go if I'm gonna go with Steve. Okay, doing things. Well, it is 12:42, and I actually think I might head to bed here kind of shortly, but I'm at least gonna go and sit on the couch and work on my cross stitch, which I'm this far now. I've been working on it all day while I've been helping the kids do different things, and then I took it to the soccer game tonight. I also moved some things around in here. I showed you earlier, I think, that we would put these shelves up, and I've already, like, filled them. So, this stuff, well, this had been on my table, which is making it unfunctional, so it moved up. And then all this other stuff had actually been here, which was not its intended location, but I didn't have shelves. And I needed to move this stuff here, which is all my cross-stitch stuff, because it had been up here, and the cat was messing with it. So, here is now where the cross-stitch stuff is, and then it gives me more room for fabric-y things, which is what I had intended that space for all along. So, slowly but surely, my office is starting to look more cluttered, but also it looks more me than what I had. So, I'm happy with it. And I think everything is in a really useful place. I like having things where I can reach them. I like being able to just like shove pins and things and stick it wherever it is and move things around. Just makes things super functional for me. So that's good. Like I said, we had a soccer game tonight. That was okay. It was really stinking hot. It was at 6 something instead of the later games where, you know, while it can seem overwhelming to have a game that doesn't start till 9:15, at least by then the sun has gone down. And so it feels nice outside. But the sun was still very much up in the sky. Thankfully, we have a giant golf umbrella that we keep in our car. I guess theoretically for rain, though we just usually brave the rain if we're places because umbrellas don't seem to do much good. But it was good. I sat in my chair with the umbrella, and I brought a quilt for the kids today. So the double quilt, we laid it on the ground. The kids are able to like lay across it to be comfortable, and they were able to lay in the shade that was created by my umbrella. So I did not get sunburned, thankfully, because of the umbrella, and neither did they, and we all made it through the game. And Steve's limping a little. He had his first bit of injury. Somebody kicked him in the leg in a way that has led to some bruising. Hopefully nothing else. He doesn't think it's anything else, just a bruise, and he was hobbling around tonight, which was kind of sad, but hopefully it'll feel better in a couple days. Okay, I am going to go work on this cross stitch for a little bit, listen to a podcast, go curl up on the couch here in the parlor. I'm gonna go sit over there. Doesn't that look cozy? Okay, I'm gonna go sit over there. And then tomorrow we start turning things in for the fair. My daughter has foods judging in the morning. Steve's gonna take her by herself for that. A lot of the judging that takes place around the actual fair portion is consultation judging for her, which means that she actually meets with the judge and they like chat about the different items, which is really cool. Some of them take place, there's a lot of waiting, or there's not a lot of space, or there's really no good way to hear the like judging anyways. So last year, for the majority of them, Steve took her alone. Some of them we went as a family. Basically, most of them, I think she's going to go alone with Steve again, because that is just what works out. So she has food judging in the morning, and then tomorrow afternoon, all of the horticulture and floriculture, which is plants and flowers, is due for 4-H, and then also all of the open class stuff. So all of the things that I am going to enter are going to go to the fair tomorrow evening, sometime between like 3 and 4, I think. And then also I helped my son finish his project. He made like a wind chime out of an old canner. So that is going, and then I think Steve and the kids are picking flowers and, I don't know, maybe some garden produce. I don't know. We'll see. we'll see what ends up going. But tomorrow is like the big day of taking things and turning it in. I was telling Steve in the car tonight, I can't believe it's already the fair again. I remember last year's fair. I filmed a video last year after the fair going through my laundry basket that I came home with full of things from the fair and all my ribbons. And I was standing in that corner with that sewing table in front of it, but it was over there. And there was a doorway right there. Boy, things have moved around, but it is interesting to be getting things to a place where I like legitimately see in a year. Well, I won't say that things won't change because hello, I'm always moving things, always changing things. Life is always evolving. But like in a year, I can legitimately see us being in basically the same position, but life just being slightly simpler, hopefully, because as kids get older, they can handle more of their needs. No, that's just what I hope and what I can see. It's very strange though to know that in a year, very little might change. I don't know. Okie dokie, I'm gonna go and work on the cross stitch, and I will see you all tomorrow. Nighty night.